So I have to like talk about how it feels to be. It's suddenly being around millionaires. Like this place, there's people here that make like really, 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 really good money. And rent is like 3 times what I used to pay. But when the guy told me what it was monthly, he was like, "Oh, it's this much a month." And like the craziest thing ever, even though it was 3 times the amount that I was paying at my last place, I'm like, I can do it. Easy. I've got this. I love money and money loves me. And money is just currency. Currency is energy. I'm full of energy. So I'm full of money. Like it was so crazy to hear him be like, "Oh yeah, it's this price," and it was just so nonchalant. And I was just so in this feeling of like, "Oh yeah, that's nothing. I can do that." When it's triple, triple what I used to pay in rent, over triple a month. And the feeling, and this is how you know that you've shifted. This is how you know you've changed when it comes to manifesting. Like you've affirmed enough times, you have it solidified in your head, like you are that new person, you're being that new person, you're thinking the thoughts from the new person, right? Like what would the new version of you think? What would the rich version of you think? The new version of you would be like, "Oh yeah, that's nothing." I love investing in really good places to live. I love investing in healthy groceries. I love giving to people that give back to humanity. I love spending money on things that I enjoy. I love spending money on things that bring me happiness, right? And it's like, it's so wild because the atmosphere just in living in this new place right now, like just today, it's a completely different me. It's a completely different mindset. It's like, I've been working on my mindset so long. I've been working on my psyche. I've been trying to reprogram my subconscious so long, and I did so successfully. And it's like the only thing that was wrong, the only thing that was a problem was my location, the living space. It was too low vibrational. It was too clouded. It was too cluttered. And, it's like trying to go 10 miles an hour on a bike when you have the training wheels on. Like, just the idea of living in a trailer isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I was living in a trailer and it has this stigma. Plus, the whole neighborhood itself was like really kind of run down. And I started to take on that mindset of like, "Oh, I'll never get out of here." Even though my mindset, I was working on it though. I was scripting in my journal, I was listening to subliminals, I was using affirmations, Hi. And it's like just being in this new space all day today, I was like, why is my life so easy? Why is this working out so well? And it's because I've already reprogrammed my subconscious. I already believe that I'm going to win. I already believe it's not even a game anymore. It's just life. It's just wins. I always get everything I want. And what really, another thing that showed me today that I had been programming my subconscious to believe that I'm already wealthy was when a group of people online were commenting on my platform about how I've become all occultish, and I'm like, I'm diving into the occult and all this. And how money corrupts people, absolutely. And the fact that I'm all about money now, and I very much believe that I'm worthy of more, like a telltale sign that I'm not love and light anymore, or something like that. And the way that I knew I've changed, the way that I knew I'm about to receive everything that's owed to me and keep it, that I really have brainwashed myself to believe that prosperity is all that'll happen, is how I reacted to it. How I was like, they were both like, "Well, I'm leaving. I don't want to be on her channel anymore. I can't stand this." And I just was like, bye. Like, it didn't bother me. It didn't, I didn't take it personally. I just realized, you guys have only ever seen me poor. You've only ever witnessed me in that state of I'll never have something, constant breakups, humiliation rituals on the internet. Like people just get so used to seeing you in that light that they don't know a different light. And I didn't take it personally. Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm seeing signs that I'm a different person. I'm seeing signs that I'm already my best self. I'm already my highest version. Because now that I'm in this place and if they were like, "Well, yeah, you can rent monthly here, but it's triple, over triple what I was paying at the trailer." And the way that I was just like, "Oh yeah, no, that's cool. That's perfect." Like I didn't stress. I wasn't like, "Oh my God, how am I going to do this?" I went into my psyche, I went into my imagination, and I heard God say, my divine masculine within me, my man, my imaginary man. I heard him say, "Do you want this, princess?" Yes. Okay, then. Bet. I'll give it to you. What do you need? Let me know. This is yours. You want it? Let's get it. Keep it. It's easy peasy. And that's how I knew. I never once went to like, "Oh, well, what happens if I don't get enough clients? And what if I can't, what if there's not enough, resources?" And I never went to that. That's how I know I've really reprogrammed my subconscious mind. I was living in the trailer, and before that, the Airbnbs and the shelter and living in my car. I was reprogramming my subconscious. The only thing that needed to change was my physical living space. That's it. Because really, what you hang out around every day, who you hang out around, and where you live, it has so much, it plays such an important role on how you feel about yourself. It really does. It's the equivalent of people that they start dressing for the job they want, not for the job they have. It's the similar thing with me living here now. It's like, this is where I want to live. This is who I want to be. I want to be that woman is in a 3 tax brackets higher than she ever has been. I want to be the girl that never worries about money ever, because money is madly obsessed with me and always coming to me, because why wouldn't it be? Everything and everyone is obsessed. Money is too. And it was like, it was just so proof positive that I've changed when I saw those people bickering about how I'm not the old girl I used to be. Like, "Oh, Jenna's not love and light anymore because now she thinks that she's some big shit because she wants money, and she's all about money now." And it's like, I thought I was big shit even without money. Let's be real. I was already talking to myself like I was a millionaire before I'm about to be a millionaire. And it's a mindset. And I've already changed my mindset. I literally brainwashed myself while in a trailer or in a shelter or living in a car. And I'm already that different person. I'm already a different person. I already think differently. I react differently. When he was like, "Oh yeah, it's this much per month." And I was like, "That's the most I've ever paid. I've never paid that anywhere." Oh, girl. I think the most I've ever paid anywhere. But it's the most beautiful man I've ever seen. So to see that my subconscious has already been reprogrammed, and I already effectively did it. It's like, until you see the conflict though, until you see somebody like saying something to you like that, you're not going to know how far you've grown. If he wouldn't have told me the price tag, I wouldn't have known how much I grew. Because I was like, "Oh, that's nothing. Oh yeah, 3 times what I paid. Oh, that's fun. I can do that. I've got this idea. I've got that idea. I know money will come in this way. My business is taking off." And I'd had my business stunted. I'd had my business stagnant. The whole time I was in that trailer, my business was just flatlined. And when I lived on that cemetery and the Airbnb, there was like 5 random strange guys that would live there anytime. My fucking money was just garbage. Garbage. Like, I was barely making it every single week. Like, oh my God, the mentality of lack. when that's not really me. You are who you hang out with and you are who you live with. And so when these people would get in my bubble, or I would know they're coming home from work, or like, oh, there's Sean again. He's going to talk about how he can't make money and he's going to talk. You don't realize that it's been influencing you negatively until you see something like today, where the guy's like, oh, yeah, it's this much. And I'm just like, that, perfect. Thank you for holding me accountable. Thank you for letting it be such a beautiful amount that I want to strive for. I want to strive for my new life. And if you guys think that that's occultism or Satanism or devil worship or money worship, or I worship mammon or what the fuck ever, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you think. I'm not here to care what you think. I'm here to live my life. I'm here to see what the limits of my brain are. My subconscious, my conscious. I'm here to push the limits and to be the best version of myself that I can be, so that I encourage you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And in all those years of homelessness and bouncing around from one place to a couch, to a shelter, to a car, it was really never me. I was always reprogramming my mind. I really was doing it. I was doing the work. It was just the location I was at. And especially that trailer, because the guy that owned the trailer, my roommate, he was a warlock. And he had sigils on everything. Like, that man had sigils on the mirror. So I literally saw witchcraft in the house. So it's like, it traps your consciousness. I swear to you, it feels so different being here. I feel like there's just unlimited potential. Like, everything is just better. Like, even, he was like, he went above and beyond. This guy, he's the maintenance guy, and he was introducing himself. And he was like, yeah, you have everything, right? And I'm like, dude, everything is fully, like, what? Everything is thought of. You guys thought of everything. Coffee, tea, pots and pans, a fucking colander. Like, he's like, do you have an air fryer? No. Bet. I'll be right back. And then he gives me the air fryer. He's like, do you have a blender? No. Okay, bet. And he comes in with this behemoth blender, like the most expensive. The thing probably $100. I could not have the place I was in before. It would have busted. It would have broken. It wouldn't have made it. It would have. The frequency is different. It really matters where you live. And I don't think people talk about this shit enough. It's like, I have this firm belief that the higher the supply, or the higher the demand, the higher the supply. So if you're doing something for humanity and you're making it fun and enjoyable, and you're in love with God, and you're in love with self, and you're in love with the universe, and you're in love with, like, humanity, doing what you love, loving what you do, and getting paid good money for it, right? It's like, you have more of a demand, and then you're going to have more of a supply. So I know that if I'm living here, it has to work. It has to work if I claim it. If I say, nah, this is my apartment, period. This is my apartment. I fucking love it. It's literally the most perfect place for me. I love everything. I just do. And yeah, I've never lived in a place this expensive before, ever, but I'm going to make it work. Because I'm not going to give myself any other opportunity. I'm not going to give myself any other choice. I'm going to fucking have it. Because I want it. Because I select it. Because I select it in my consciousness. And I do not give up. I say, this is mine, period. And the same with the soulmate. When I meet the man that I want, and right now I'm just kind of in Build a Man workshop. I'm just imagining him in my head. I don't know him yet, but he's in my head. I'm not settling. I want that. I'm not settling. I know it can be done. Every single thing on that checklist I'm about to have, down to his accent, down to the color of his hair, down to what he does for a living. I will have it. And you see, I could not think this high when I was at the trailer. I could not, in a trailer park, think like this. It's just, it's not that I wasn't grateful for living in a trailer, but It was just like the hive mind there. Everybody was on a set frequency. Frequency was always lack or struggle. How to make it? I don't know how I'm going to this week. I don't know where I'm going to stay. I don't know, gas prices are this. And it's just, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. That's it. And I've only been here half a day. And I have already experienced such a consciousness shift, especially financially, that it's proving to me I've always been ready for heaven. I've always been ready for abundance. Like, I've been working on this. I've been working on my subconscious, and soon enough, you're going to see it. You're going to witness it. And I think this is exactly what it is when they talk about like every knee shall bow and every tongue confess that you are Christ, Christ consciousness. You are the I am. You are the savior. You are the savior in your own mind. And here's heaven. Here's the 5D. Here's the frequency of heaven. And you're going to be able to be in it 24/7. Others are getting booted out of it because they haven't changed their mindset. They haven't put on the mind of Christ. But you've put on the mind of Christ. You've put on the mind of positivity and belief and abundance and health and vitality and friends and lovers and instant miracles. You've put that in your mind, and now you get to have that. And I just wanted to say, because I love vlogging as I go along these little adventures. I love talking about what I learn and what I discover. And it's that this place changes my brain. Just like being in a trailer changed my brain. I believed I was trapped there. I believed that I would always be under the thumb of some warlock, whatever. And because I felt powerless, not only did the warlock have power, but he actually brought in somebody who was a witch as well. And she stayed there. She slept on the couch. She crashed on the couch, even though she wasn't on the lease. She shouldn't have been in there at all. But because my mindset was so bad while in that physical location, it had to keep reoccurring. It had to keep coming in, exactly as I said. So now here in this space, it's so beautiful. It's so clean. It smells so good. The carpet is so plush. All the plates and the cups, and it's top tier, like glass and nice china and the freaking blender. Dude, like that's an $800 blender. Like that's insane. That's insane. I was like, dude, I was just expecting a blender. Like that's a fucking Cadillac. He's like, yeah. When we say we need something around here, she buys the best. And I'm like, damn. You can tell me you got like this. I don't know. This looks like it's probably not real oak, but it's nice. It's a nice dresser. And then you got a full length mirror that looks hella expensive. Like that kind of mirror looks like something you would not find at a Big Lots. That is some sort of mirror that you like purchase because you have money. And it changes everything. It changes everything, down to the brand of hand soap that they buy. It's the equivalent when I used to go to the dollar store because I lived in that mindset of I can't afford anything, so I need to have everything from the dollar store. To now, I'm being surrounded by expensive stuff, and it's changing everything. It's game over. It's game over. My mindset is so sharp and it's so good now. I'm going to be up here in the clouds for the rest of my life. I'm up here in heaven, period. I'm in the 5D now. I'm in the 5D. I'm never coming the fuck back down. Everything else will just die off. Everything else will just see itself out. I would never. Now that I have to make triple the rent that I used to pay, now I have to be so laser focused on my energy, only talking positively, speaking about how amazing I am, only encouraging my clients to get their shit, only mastering this reality. I cannot have the same mindset I had before. I cannot waste my day all day talking to fucking trolls about how they think I'm stupid and I'm sitting here being like, no, but I'm so amazing. Fuck you. I am so over it. I am so over it. It's only been half a day. I've only been here a couple fucking hours. My whole life has changed just moving into this place. Just risking as much money as I did for 1 week here. It's game over. It's game over. I will never go back. I need to be careful who I give my energy to. I need to cut it off when I say like 1 hour session, boom, that's it, 1 hour. You know, like when he was just going on and on and on and on because we were having a really great chat, I was like, I'm so sorry I have to let you go, but it was great meeting you, you know? And he's like, yeah, yeah. You know, people respect that. People respect your hustle. People respect that you give them boundaries and say like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I was busy. But you're great. But I was busy. You know, it's like your currency, your focus is energy. And in these new times that we're in, where we're all shifting to the 5D, we're all shifting to a higher mindset. You got to realize that your focus is currency. Currency is now your focus. Where are you focusing on? What are you focusing on? Kind comments? Are you putting all of your attention and focus on bringing in clients? Are you focusing on drinking green smoothies? Because I'll tell you what, I was not focused on that in a trailer. And again, it's not that I wasn't grateful. I was so grateful that I had a bed. I was grateful I had a roof over my head, but I was also in this energy of, where am I going to go if I don't have this place? And it's like, it puts you in that fear mentality. So being here, it's just changing everything. And it's only been a couple hours and my whole life is changing, girl. Mm-hmm. Yes. Gotta have respect and kindness. Yeah. You go, queen. Thank you so much, sir. You know, I really, you know, and I was resonating when we met. I was resonating with the version of you that was like, well, I don't have money either. You had to show up in my reality like that. But now I'm not allowing you to show up like that. I'm requiring, okay? I'm requiring the rewiring and the neural firing that you are welcome. I'm requiring it. In order for you to be in my reality, you will now be the best version of yourself, period. You will now claim that you are healthy, period, it's done. You will now claim that you are a billionaire, period, it's done. You will now say, I'm already with my man. We're so happy in love, Jenna. We have the healthiest, happiest sex life. It's amazing. We've got amazing kids. Like, that's it, period. I will never allow you guys ever again to settle the way that I was. That's how I know that paying over three times for this rent is going to benefit me, because it's going to benefit you. I was not benefiting you when I was in that trailer. I was not helping the collective when I was in that trailer. I was helping break a lot of spells and learn a lot of lessons and figure out a whole bunch of like curses that were over me for my entire life. So I had to go learn. And I'm glad I got to learn, because I can teach now. But I will never let you guys do that again. I will never let any of us settle, period. I'm fucking done. Now, my clients pay top dollar. Not only do they pay top dollar, but they always tip me as well, because I am that fucking good. And we always get our shit. When I say, you get that thing, you get that job, and it's even better than you wanted, boom, that happens, period. My clients contact me and say the next day, boom, it happened. I've actually seen this many times in my business. Like, I've had a business since 2021, I think, 2020, 2021. And I've had clients that they come to me and within one day they were to get every manifestation they wanted. They were blocked. All it was they just needed to be recalibrated. They just needed to be shocked back into alignment. That's it. And I hadn't really been able to shock them back into alignment for at least 2.5 years since I was homeless, because, well, what was I going to shock them into? You can only bring other people into the same consciousness that you are at. It's like, I couldn't heal or save anybody because I wasn't saving myself. I was literally in hell, in a frequency of lack, a frequency of poverty, a frequency of, what am I going to do? I'm so scared, fearing all the time. So though this guy, he came to the door and he was like, hey, how you doing? It's great to meet you, you know? And I said, oh, you know, it's so lovely. This is the prettiest apartment I've ever been in. And he's like, yeah, we love it here. And he's like, oh, I'm sure she'd hook you up with a deal about this amount. And I was like, at first, I thought, oh, that's a deal? Oh, shit. That's over 3 times what I've ever paid anywhere. But then, immediately, like magic on autopilot. My thought all, like naturally went to, I can do it. I can do that. Oh yeah. Because everybody here, all these apartment complexes, everybody has the same mindset. In the same way they did in the trailer. The whole trailer park had the same mindset, and here we all have a different mindset. And in here, people have the mindset of, I go to work, I crush it, I make hella money, and I come and I pay for this gorgeous place. And we all take care of it. We keep it clean. There's no pests or roaches or mice or anything. Because in the trailer, when I was leaving, there were all these like gnats and bugs and flies and spiders and ants, an infestation of ants. And it's all about the mindset. It really is. I could not, while I was surrounded by people and consciousnesses that live in lack. You are who you hang out with. Yes, ma'am, I accept that. Give it all to me. Your eyes are so blue right now. I'm not giving it all to you, buddy. You go give it all to you. I'm going to go give it all to me. And meet me where I'm at, then do so. You know? Yes, ma'am, you deserve it all and so much more. I do like your sweetness. You're very kind. I do like that. But you go give it all to you, sir. Okay? When your cup is overflowing, and when you're madly in love with yourself, and when you're all the time talking about how fucking easy life is, and it's always rigged in your favor, and every single thing that can go right goes right, then you can call me. You know? I'm not gonna ever again allow you guys to say what you said to me, Gravy, the other day. You're like, well, I don't have money. I don't even have money for this. We're never doing that again. We're never fucking doing that again. I just literally shifted timelines. I fucking went to a totally different parallel reality in one day. In one day. In one decision, me investing hundreds of dollars that I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And it was the universe that blessed me to be able to do this. Just like the universe blessed me with a trailer, the universe blessed me with this gorgeous rental for a week. So I'm telling you right now, I'm not letting any of us settle like that before, like we did before. We're done. The whole Jenna, but how am I going to make it? How? I don't give a fuck the how. I just care that you keep claiming it. I just care that you keep saying, I already have that job. I already have the health. I'm already perfect. I'm already great marriage. Where it changes. I am in a way higher timeline now, and it took one day. One day. You will never, mark my fucking words. You will never, ever, 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 ever see me talk to trolls the way I did in that trailer. Ever. That is how different it is. That is how in the blink of an eye, at the last trumpet, honey, when I stood in front of that mirror that had those sigils on it from my roommate, and it was a mirror portal. There were 3 mirrors, and it was a portal, and I knew it. I knew it. That's why I stood in front of it, and I sang to the mirror. I removed so many curses from myself that day that we were standing in the bathroom, and I was singing for 4 hours straight. I literally broke so many curses that I was free to leave the next day. That's how over it is. At the last trumpet, honey. Okay? In the blink of an eye. A lot of these people are going to think that, like, where'd she go? What happened? What happened to her? I already have these people saying I'm an occultist. Good. I am one. I love the occult. The occult, the hidden knowledge. I fucking love it. I'm magical and I'm mystical. Of course I teach the occult. I study the occult. I broke curses of the occult. So yeah, I love that you are so observant. Thank you. To sit here and claim that I'm somehow not love and light because I love money. That right there, that's a you problem. So the fact that I was able to read these comments and not once take it personally. I just watched 2 people who had been watching my channel for a really long time. They said they were supporters of mine for a while. And I watched them bicker back and forth about me, talking about how they're both going to unsubscribe because I've turned to the occult. Honey, I didn't turn to the occult. I was always in the occult. Always learning and studying the hidden knowledge, hidden wisdom. Okay? Always learning it. I didn't need to be in a coven to do so. The Illuminati fucking wishes. The Eastern Stars fucking wish. I didn't need to. I needed to learn on my own. And I had been reprogramming my subconscious for years, and I didn't realize it until today. I didn't understand. I got you. We locked in. We'll see about that. We'll see. But I just think that I did you guys such a disservice when I lived in that trailer. I really did. I really did. And I didn't understand what I was doing. But I was shrinking us so much. I was allowing us to be so stunted. I kept us at such a low consciousness, and I refused. So now the great awakening is happening. Now all of you are going to go shift into a higher consciousness, and that shit is going to fucking hurt. That is going to hurt. The whole world is going to hurt soon. Because for you to get to that higher mind, for you to have the mind of Christ where it's just pure unconditional love and pure, I've got this. I've got this. Of course it's mine. I always win. Literally always land on my feet. That shit takes work, and that shit's going to hurt. Because not a lot of you have been putting in that work, and I'm sorry that you have. But the rest of us, while we were at rock bottom in a trailer or living on the streets, we did put in the work. We are literally walking proof that even if you're homeless, you can still change your mindset so that you're not there anymore. I'm never going to allow myself to be homeless ever. Ever. Fuck that. Just because hater trolls on the internet told me to die the other day, told me to die last night, told me I should be homeless forever. Just because they say it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. I fucking make the rules, not them. I don't care if there's 8 billion people coming against me. I make the rules, not them. And so I'm telling you guys right now, the atmosphere, where you live, who you hang around, where you work, it makes all the difference in the world. That's why the universe is trying to rattle these cages to get you out of those places, guys. Like, it was scary. You saw me crying. I was scared. I was scared. I'm like, this is all I've known, God. I've just known trailers and homelessness and living in a shelter or a car. Always being told, you'll never have a man. Shut up. Nobody likes you, Jenna. And here it is, men fighting for me. This week alone, I've had like 6 or 7 men call me. And this week alone, approaching me. A couple of them honoring me, others just nasty. But overall, in general, my mindset is, of course they want me. They'd be stupid. They'd be fucking morons to not want this. A real man would know what a real woman is. A real man would know what a real goddess is. So, of course they want me. Who wouldn't? I want me. So who wouldn't? Right? So I just wanted to say, it makes all the difference in the world where you're living. So that's why the spirit world right now is shaking shit up so that you guys can get into these new positions, in these new roles, and these new jobs, and these new, put your kids in these new daycare, go to new churches, go to new, just because it matters. New housing, it matters. It matters. And when you have more of a demand, like triple the rent, you're going to have more of a supply. If you just keep claiming that it's already done. I've already paid it. I've already paid my rent. I've already paid my rent. I'm already married. I'm already married. It's huge. It's huge. I'm already married. My whole life is fucking flawless. Literally everything in my life works. Literally everything. Literally everything. So it matters where you live. Okay, take it from a girl who literally lived in a fucking trailer for the last 3 months. It matters where you live, and it matters who you hang out with, and it matters who you sleep with. I slept with my roommate twice. Girl, it matters. It matters. It starts to make you feel like, I'll never do better than this. I'll never have better than this. It'll just be it matters. Okay? Matters what food you consume. Matters what kind of water you drink. It matters what kind of exercise you do. It matters what kind of people you hang out with. It matters what kind of clientele you book with. You allow to book with you. It matters. It matters. Okay? Because just because somebody pays full price for your services doesn't necessarily mean that they have that consciousness or they're willing to accept that new consciousness. But I affirm that everybody who books with me is ready. People pay me a pretty for what I do. They're all ready. They're all ready and willing, and they're ready to win. And I can't fucking wait to coach them and teach them everything. Just got out of yet another witch coven where I sacrificed. An actual fucking portal from hell, honey. A portal from hell. And you know what? My energy had been siphoned so long that there was a whole trailer park in the middle of a cornfield, in the middle of nowhere, that was existing, I'm pretty sure, based on my energy that was being siphoned for years and years, if not lifetimes, because he was my past life soulmate. Absolutely. So I believe very strongly in this shit. I believe that you break it at the core, you break it at the base, you break it at the ties that bind you. It's done. It's over. Those who Christ sets free are free indeed. Those who the mind sets free, free indeed. I got you. We locked in exactly. We're going higher. I'm not allowing you to settle. I will never let you settle. And I will never be that girl that sits here and takes on all these trolls and like argues with them anymore. So you get to fucking focus on it. Like, I'm so sorry I ever did that to you guys. I really am. I didn't know. I was just as much in a cyclical loop as you were. You know, they would like present themselves to me and then I'd go whack-a-troll, whack-a-troll, whack-a-troll. Like, instead of whack-a-mole, I would just whack-a-troll, whack-a-troll. It's like I was doing nothing but fueling these parasites to that and make themselves relevant. They are irrelevant. Irrelevant. They're going to fall off. All of them. Every last one. They don't have oxygen. They don't have fire in their belly. They don't have energy. I'm not giving them life force. They're out of life force. They're going to shrivel up and just turn into a little zombie. And the rest of you are going to heaven. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? The meek shall inherit the earth. Not these parasitic leeches. The meek. God's people. The ones that choose love. The ones that put on the mind of Christ, the Savior's mind. The one that can take a negative thought and turn it into a positive. Who does that? Who does that but you? Who could do that but you? Who could take a positive thought and turn it negative? Who could do that but you? You're the only one. It's always been us. It's been us versus us this whole time. And it has only been a few hours I've been in this place. And honey, my consciousness is just, pew. I'm done. I'll never be in the old world again. I knew it was worth the investment. It kept telling me, like, do it, girl, do it. I know it's a pretty penny. I know. Do it. Invest in you. Invest in the best. Ooh, I gotta get that on a t-shirt, baby. Invest in the best. Here's your test. And so when he told me it was over 3 times the rent that I used to pay, it surprised me. Not the cost. What surprised me was how I was just like, oh, I can do that. Like it was nothing. And I've never made that kind of money ever. But I was just like, oh yeah, that's nothing. That's how you know. That's how you know the change is permanent. That's how you know. When you react differently and you think different thoughts easily, and when people don't trigger you the way they used to, that's how you know. It's game over. These people will never, ever, ever get a reaction out of you again, which means they lose oxygen, which means their timeline collapses. They're losing your life force. They do not have power to sustain themselves. They literally just cease to exist soon enough. Yep. And I'm so sorry. I did such a disservice to so many of us. I didn't know. I didn't know I was doing that. I didn't know that every time a troll would show up and I was like, I'm not your motherfucker. I didn't understand. I didn't know. I mean, you don't know until you know. You know? You don't know until you see it, and you have to be out of it. So that's why everything's shaking up in your world and God's trying to get you to a better place. Guys, I'm literally fucking proof it's happening. I'm proof that no matter what, the universe is going to do something to get you there. Girl, I had pennies to my name today. Pennies. In fact, when I was still in the trailer, I went to go get an Airbnb for only 2 days because that's all I could afford. And it just kept lingering and lingering, and they never approved it. They never approved it, and I was getting worried. And then all of a sudden, a friend came through with a donation for me, and boom, I canceled that old one, and God said, go book yourself something nice. Go big or go home. Go big and go home, Jenna. You're not settling. I'm teaching my people how to settle. So big rewards and big risks comes big responsibility. So I'm so sorry to all of you that I was sitting here being the lesser version of myself. I didn't know. You don't know until you know. Atmosphere changes everything. Where you live changes everything. Who you hang out with changes everything. That's why God is taking a lot of you, removing people from your life left, right, and center. Because you really need to care who you hang around. Their consciousness can leach over into your bubble. Okay? You'll start taking on the mind of these people. Okay? It really is like that. So, where you live matters. What kind of food you ingest matters. What kind of content on the TV you watch matters. How you speak to yourself matters. What music you listen to, what frequency, what hertz you listen to. That all matters. So now I'm going to be just living as of like literally tomorrow. My up differently. I'm going to start speaking to myself differently. I'm scripting again and doing all the that I used to do. Place. Because the location fucking matters. And so as you're going through this big shift, and you're like, but not really, Jenna, I can just stay here forever. No, you can't. That's why the universe is rattling your cage to get you in a new place. And I'm literally proof that you can do it. I'm literally proof it's possible. Guys, this is why I'm fucking here. You better start understanding that you're running with the big dogs now. Okay? You're the biggest fish in the smallest aquarium, and God is putting you in the fucking pond, and then after the pond, you'll go into the ocean. There's steps to this. The universe is trying to seek out a form of equilibrium. The universe is trying to balance itself out. And that means you are too big of a consciousness for that small of a place. It's like plugging in a fucking toaster into the sun. Like, yo, the toaster is going to get fried. That's the location you are at. You are the sun, and the toaster is trying to plug into you. It's going to get fried. Have you ever noticed in places that you go, like towards the end of where maybe it's a breakup and all the things that your person bought you are starting to break? Or you're starting to move, and all of a sudden the things that you're no longer feeding energy into start dying off, breaking, randomly shutting down, glitching out. It's the old world. You're not investing any energy into those things. If you're not blessing those things, then they're going to remain cursed, which means they're going to decay. They're going to break down. So you have to start focusing more energy on what it is you do want and stay there. Okay? Thanks, boss. Appreciate that. Boss of NYC, how you doing? I won't let you, I won't let you guys, not only will I not down, but I won't let you down. Okay? I literally, my whole consciousness feels like it's expanded. Like there's nothing holding it back. There's nothing holding me back. I do whatever I want. I can go wherever I want. I can be whoever I want. I can say whatever I want. I can experience whatever I want. I can feel anything I want. I could eat anything I want. I could drink anything I want. I can consume anything I want. And my mindset says I'm always good. I'm always healthy. Every time I eat a cheeseburger, boom, I lose 5 pounds. Every single time I spend $100, boom, I bring in $1,000. My mind is infinite. And I'm going to make sure that you remember that yours is infinite. And I cannot believe this change that only took place in a few hours. It's already got people talking. It's already got a whole bunch of people wanting to fucking unsubscribe to me. Bye. You were okay with watching me in that era of my life. I wasn't okay with it. I wasn't okay with it. I loved me more than you loved me. Right. I loved me so much that I was willing to risk everything to leave. And a lot of you were okay with the Jenna that just stayed small, played small. Never really got to have anything. Never really got to have the love of her life. Would constantly sit here and tell me, oh, you'll never have a soulmate. Why you, Jenna, and not us? Why not me? Why not me? And I would take so many of those criticisms and I would believe full on that I didn't deserve to have true unconditional love. I didn't deserve to have the best of the best of the best. I'm not settling. And people would make me feel like I wasn't allowed to claim it. I allowed them to make me feel that way. I allowed it. I could have at any time said, fuck off. Fuck off. I'm married to the sexiest man alive. Fuck off. We are so wealthy. We make millions of dollars a month. Fuck off. Fuck off. Everything in my life is literally perfect. 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 So I'm just letting you guys know in one day, in the blink of an eye, at the last trumpet, God came in and rescued my ass. Proof is in the pudding. You guys all saw it. You literally saw it. You witnessed it. So there's not going to be any denying it. You saw it. You saw me suffering. You saw me homeless. You saw me impoverished. And now you see a brand new version of myself. And you're going to continue seeing a brand new version of myself. And you're going to continue watching my collective rise up while the rest of you are forced to sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay, anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Bex.